So I'm going to show you how to install OSG on your PC. It's going to be version 3.01, and it's going to be just the binaries that we install, not building from source. So we first need to go to the website openscenegraph.org, and that's where we'll find our download files. So on the right we can click on downloads, and we need to select our version 3.01, and we want the binaries and not the source code. And we go down to our flavor of Visual Studio under our version of 3.01, and we are going to download both the debug and the release folders and extract them into anywhere you want really, but I created a folder with the same OSG version name. So I created one called C:/OSG and then OpenSceneGraph and then the version. And I would extract both the debug and release folders into that so that it looks like this. That's the folders that you get when you do that. This machine already has OSG installed on it, but this is the process nonetheless. So we have to install a couple other things, which is some dependencies. So again, we're going to get a zip file, and we're going to extract this file, unzip it, and put it again in our OSG base installation folder. You can download both the release and the debug folders for that. And next we go into our root folder and we create a folder called datasets, and this folder is going to contain all of our models, OSG models and such. So we need to download that as well. So that's in the next link under dependencies. We would scroll down and get the sample datasets. And again, another zip file that we'll extract, and we'll extract it right into that datasets folder, and then you'll get all this OSG model stuff. So all the .osg files are models that we can use. So we've at this point installed all the files, or downloaded all the files and put them in the right folder, but we have to create a couple environment variables so that we can use OSG without having to set these variables all the time. So we go in variables. We're going to create two. We're going to create one called OSG_root and an OSG_file path. And the OSG root is basically where you've installed all those files. So in my case, it's the C:/OSG and then the OSG version, and that goes in there. And then the OSG file path is going to point to the datasets. We also need to put in the path, or add the bin folder to the path. So we're going to scroll over here and look for the OSG root/bin. That's what we put in the path so that it can find all the executable programs for OSG. And there it is. And then we also want to include the OSG_file_path in there as well, so that the sample datasets, the models and such, can be found. So with this, we basically have installed OSG. The next video will show us how to create a Visual Studio project. But as a check to make sure that our OSG is installed and working, we can run one of its internal programs called OSG Viewer. So we just need to open up a command window here, and we type in OSG Viewer and then one of the models, say Cessna.osg, and then we run that, and our Cessna is up and running and OSG is working.